Welcome to your daily focus for July the 14th, 2016. My name is Tilly and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, we'll have the Queen of Cups jump out. So, before we begin, let me take a moment to thank you, truly thank you for all the supportive, loving energy that you send my way each and every day. I send it right back at you, wishing for all the abundance, joy, and happiness and love to be in your path forward. Now, shuffling, she doesn't want to stay in my hand either. Queen of Cups. So, when she shows up, first and foremost, we have to love us. Our dreams, our goals, our desires, what makes us, us, what makes me, me, what makes you, you. To love every part of you, not just certain parts. Everything about you. You are a unique individual. So this is the humanitarian as well. This is, I always take her as one of the most beautiful signs that relationships will be going well. There'll be strength within relationships. It's a beautiful time to grow relationships deeper. And not just love relationships, but all relationships in our life. So whether it be somebody in the community or through work or within the home and, well, with the internet across the seas. So let's see if she comes out today. Okay, so we have the Six of Coins. So that's all about our balance. The Knight of Wands. So what a fiery card for the Knight of Wands here. That's our thoughts. That's our creativity. And the Four of Wands. So that's our foundations. That is the marriage and proposal card in tarot, but in a general reading, well, you might be negotiating. You might be growing your dreams, building your dreams, working towards your dreams, your goals, your desires through negotiations, compromising. It could be relationships we're growing in order to feel that security, in order to bring in that security, that solid foundation. Hmm. 67, renewal is back. So it's all about, well, you know what? The moon is still in Scorpio. And Scorpio is all about death, rebirth, transformation. So it really makes sense when you think about it that way, that we have 67 renewal. And since it's the moon, it's more about our emotions, our passions, our inner workings, our heart center. So renewing it through love, through compassion, through a willingness to help others. And 6 plus 7 is 13, which is the number 4. And we have a 4 on our board, don't we, with the 4 of Wands. So let's go back to the 6 of Coins. Now, I really see this as growing our abundance, but growing our abundance through the right step forwards from the heart. Okay, the green really stands out for the abundance. But it's a weighing of the scales. So the more we do just for our own beauty, our own passion, our own abundance going forward, I think the less energy it will actually have. The more we look at how it's going to help others, how it's going to grow other lives. That's when, and I mean, you can think, you know, well, I want the mansion. I want the mansion with the servants and the driver and the gardeners and the maid and the butler. I want it all. Well, it is helping others. It's not a greedy thing when you can look at it from a different angle, because now you are employing what? 3, 5, 7, 9 people that normally wouldn't have an income. If you didn't set your goal, they would never get their income, their goal. Now, that's a far-fetched kind of scenario, but you have to look at your dreams and your goals and how it's going to help others. So I wanted to kind of throw something out there just a little bit ridiculous for you to realize, if you want a job at that coffee shop, then it's about making coffee for other people, putting a smile on their face, providing a service to make other people happy in the world. Maybe it's your own business. Maybe it's your own coffee chain that you're starting. Maybe you got a specialty cookie that you want to throw in there, or muffins or bagels. And so you are enriching other people's lives through your dreams, your goals, your desires. It's to take the focus off of what does it do for me, and you start to look at how does it grow the world around me? How does it matter? So you start that little coffee chain with your specialty cookie, and all of a sudden you need 3 or 5 employees. Maybe you're going to franchise it one day, and now 10 or 20 or 100 people become their own business owners through your idea that you started way back in July of 2016. So, we had the wish card there the last couple of days. 2 days ago, it was with the moon. It was the moon first, and then the wish card telling us to go inside and really tap into our passions, our dreams, our desires. Then we had the wish card as the very first card. Now we have the 6 of coins. But since we had that queen jump out there, I think it is about growing our abundance through love. Making sure that our dream includes everybody. And we understand the impact our dreams will have on everybody. It's not just about us. And when we start to let the love flow, the compassion flow, the humanitarian in us flow, that's when the scales start to balance. Knight of Wands is all about our thoughts and what strong, powerful thoughts we have with this red. Okay, that light isn't supposed to change colors, so it's just a salt lamp. So the Knight of Wands, I see the fire, I see the energy, so this is creative thoughts, creative ideas. So maybe it's a bit about dream building. Maybe it's about understanding the empowerment of our own dreams. Because you may just think, well, I just want to start a little coffee shop. Big deal. Well, it is a big deal. Get your mind on fire. Start thinking how that little coffee shop that you want to open the doors to grows into something immense. And I know for you it's not a coffee shop, but I could sit here all night and tell you 1,000,001 examples of how your dreams can enrich other people's lives. It's not being greedy to want something, to desire something, to step above your peers and do something different. Maybe a little courageous. And we're still kind of in the planning stages. Remember, Mars, even though Mars is going forward, Mars is not picking up speed yet. So if anything, we're frustrated that we can't move forward, that things aren't coming back together as quickly as we wanted to. Our plan isn't rolling out as quickly as we want it to. And it's not what you are doing, okay? It has nothing to do with you. It's the energy that surrounds you. It's slowing you down so that you can get creative with your thoughts, that you can understand how that little tiny dream of yours is really something gigantic and huge. And this is one of those times where you want to make the mountain out of the molehill, because you want to grow that dream, expand that dream. Then we have the Four of Wands. So it's also looking about how it brings in security in our lives. We may be actually negotiating certain things. So we may be, we're going to open up that little coffee shop. We're going to need a floor space. And everywhere rent is too high. So you are going to meet with the landlord and you are going to negotiate your first 6 months because you're a new person and you're trying to get off the ground and it's a new business, and will you lower the rent for the first 6 months so that I can actually do this and maybe be a success at it? Can you give me a break in some way? So you may be negotiating. Now this could be very much negotiating relationships, negotiating your dreams on how it's going to be implemented going forward. Or it could tap in more with your thoughts, where you finally understand the security that your dreams will bring in, your goals will bring in for you. And then we have renewal, 67, which is a 4, which is our balance, which is our strong foundation. So, with the moon in Scorpio, we've got the death, the rebirth, the transformation, renewing our path forward, renewing our dreams that we thought weren't going to come together, weren't going to work out, our goals that we thought had petered into nothing. So this is the renewal, this is the oomph that comes back into that dream, that goal, that desire, that want, in what you want to create and who you want to become. This is beautiful energy. And then, of course, the moon will go into Sagittarius for the weekend. So we should feel this optimistic. And we already have Venus in Leo, feeling we want it all. We want the abundance. We want the happiness. We want the joy. We want the love. We want to expand our dreams, our goals, our desires. Let's see what our higher intuition has to say for us today. So I think today is really about understanding how, your dream is deserving. It's worthy. You're going to help other people, not only yourself. Yes, you will benefit. But think of all the other people. Even if your dream is to remodel a room in your house, now you're putting people to work. Somebody's got to supply the wood, the carpet, the flooring, the paint. Somebody's got to put the paint on the walls. So think about your dream, but think about it in an expansive way on how it doesn't just help you. It doesn't just move you forward. It moves everybody's dreams forward, their goals forward. That painter that's trying to get his career off the ground and you just phone him and you say, hey, I've got 3 rooms to paint. He's jumping for joy. He's got a bounce in his step. He's clucking his heels, or she is. Maybe your big goal or your dream is that you want to have a couple of pets. And you go and you rescue a pet. Saving a life. It's pretty big. Maybe your dream or your goal is to spend some time with people who have nobody. Whether it's in a hospital, a senior's home. Well, what you're doing for that one individual is remarkable and beautiful. Oh, look at that. We have Find Your Identity, the raccoon, popped out there, so we're going to have to go there first. But you're also taking the heat off the staff, because usually in today's world, there's not enough staff. So they appreciate somebody coming in and giving them a helping hand. You made their day easier, so they don't go home tired and they can work towards their dreams and goals. Find your identity, hiding mirror, right, and destiny. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Raccoon tells you that you are hiding from your true self. All too often, we lose our identity. It can be connected to career, love relationships, even friendships. Relationships are a mirror of who you are at the time. If your self-esteem is low and sad, you will attract the same. On the outside, the person or situation may be perceived as the life of the party, but inside, they are crying with confusion. It is never good to create relationships out of illusions and treat them as a patch or a quick fix for what you don't have in your life. They are supposed to be a complement to who you are and help you grow, both of you or all of you. If taking it in the context of friends, co-workers, or career. Now that doesn't mean hermit yourself away until you figure it all out. It means that you need to work to heal yourself and become the person that you want to be. Be the person that you want in your life. No matter what disappointment you have had in your life, you cannot forget to celebrate who you are. When the job promotion doesn't come through, or a person who you hoped was the love of your life just leaves, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity of despair. But it means that you aren't in the right spot in your life to attract what you want. So take the time to change that. Now there's all kinds of stuff here written after Raccoon. And so I'm going to read it to you in its point form. So the first point is write down 10 qualities that you love about yourself. They don't have to be physical, but they can be. Another point is write down 10 qualities that you would like to work on, and then truly look at those qualities to see if they are fixable or things that you are creating because you are sad. The third point is eat right. Go to the grocery store and supply your cupboards with good and colorful foods. The next point is put the black colored clothes to the back of your closet and force yourself to wear a colorful shirt or scarf. Use positive affirmations and put them all over your apartment or house. You can use art, index cards, or whatever, but surround yourself with positive. Another point is put on music and dance. Another is when you are sad, take some action instead of focusing on the mourning. Mourning as in sadness, as in bereavement. Cry. Don't feel bad about crying. That is the release. We don't want to trap that negative energy in and put a smile on our face when we don't feel like smiling. That's not healthy at all. Allowing yourself with these other things to move out of that energy after you've had a good long cry. That's what's important. Seek professional help if you feel suicidal or are having dark thoughts. And know that it takes time to heal. Don't patch your heart with another toxic relationship. This is going to be a long video because that wasn't our card. He popped out. So you know me, I've got to put him back in the deck. Maybe he'll show back up so I don't have to read all of that again. But let's see what our higher intuition card was supposed to be. Find your voice. The frog. I got a little frog in the pond and I was trying to get him because he sits out there and he croaks away. But every time I try and videotape him for you guys, Peanut starts barking. So if you hear Peanut barking, you don't hear the frog at all. So find your voice. Sing. Say no and express yourself. Sing your song, dance your dance, and tell your tale. Frog tells you that it's time to find your voice. Saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak, and yet Frog says that you have been putting too much pressure on yourself, allowing others to steal your time and exhaust your energy. You haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it. Instead, you have quieted your voice. By saying no, you begin making room for the things that you want to do in your life. It isn't easy at first, but the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more empowered you will feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who isn't listening to you, or a boss or coworker who isn't showing you respect. It is now time for you to vocalize your feelings in order to remove the emotion. You might want to begin to writing down what you want to say and practice saying it aloud. Look at yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth. Can you see within your eyes how much this is damaging to your soul and spirit? Healing will eventually come from Frog assisting you in finding your voice. Frog also reminds you to put on some music and sing. The raccoon said to dance. Sing and dance. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand on your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you have always wanted to be on stage, a Broadway show, or possibly a stand-up comedy act. Embrace Frog in helping you find the voice within you that might be shaky right now, but it will turn steady and strong the more you practice your art. There are no restrictions and no limitations. And so many people are so worried about saying no. You know, if you say no to somebody, they're disappointed at the time. They absolutely are. And you go home and you say, you know what? I would actually like to do that. I would actually like to help them organize that or be a part of that. But you thought it through. And now the next day comes around and you pick up the phone and you say, hey, did you find anybody? Because I think I can do that for you. Well, now you're an absolute hero. Because nobody else is saying yes. But if you say yes, and then you try and turn around and say no, it's that much harder. Because now a part of you feels like you've truly let them down. When you say no at the start of it, start of the question, can you? And you say, no, I'm sorry, I can't. It's a lot easier on the person receiving the news that you can't, because they know that they have an option of going somewhere else. Once they kind of get it in their brain that you are going to do it, but it's okay to go back on things too. It's okay to say, you know what, I said yes to you, and I apologize for saying yes to you, because it really doesn't fit into my time schedule or what I'm trying to accomplish. So I think the two cards together, Frog and the Raccoon, are both telling you to enjoy life, enjoy the moment, put the energy into your dreams, your desires, raise your vibration, raise your energy, and that's very much with the Knight of Wands. That fiery energy, thinking outside the box, coming up with new creative ideas. You can't come up with new creative ideas if you don't take time to quiet your mind long enough to have a creative idea. And understand that not only are you deserving and worthy of your dreams going forward, but everybody else says that you will affect going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.